all right. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris Alquez. This is your best life defined. I'm sitting here chuckling because I was thinking about all of the stuff we had to get rid of in order to hit the road. I'm talking about 40 some years of stuff in boxes and in our house. And of course, it happens to everybody. Your life tends to grow. So you have a small house, you have it full of stuff, and then you get a bigger house, it's full of stuff, right? That's just how it is. And as we're going through this process and we're downsizing, my motivation or our motivation was simply to go out and have a good time, to stop spending so much time doing all this stuff that we didn't enjoy, right? And it was great. It was great. But then I got to thinking about why we seem to be on this constant cycle towards gathering up more stuff, right? Because I was noticing when we were started getting rid of stuff is when I stopped buying stuff, because I started realizing, wait a minute, we're going to get rid of our life. We're downsizing. The only thing we can have is what is in our RV, which is basically true. We have a 5 by 10 storage unit, but everything in our life is contained between those two spaces, right? And I was thinking about all the stuff we'd accumulated and all the stuff that had dust on it that I hadn't seen in years. I'm like, oh, well, I'd run the house. Did you see this? I forgot about this, right? Yeah. And I was thinking, and all of a sudden I was in a position where I didn't want anything. I mean, there was a few things I thought I needed. I looked at the RV and I wanted upgrades on the RV, of course. But as far as there was just, we were kind of at the end of that because we were actually getting rid of most of our life. I was thinking, when did it change? When did my attitude toward the things around me go from, man, I wish I had that, to, I'm not sure, I don't know. If you can get there with your attitude towards the acquisition of stuff, you don't have to do anything else. You can just keep doing what you're doing, because that's the ultimate of peace. That is the ultimate source of peace, is when you're like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I woke up today. I've got a good life. Everyone around me treats me well. I like what I do every day. And what's interesting about that, stepping back, the idea that you would say, okay, I think I'm just going to stop collecting stuff for a while. What it does, it gives you an opportunity to examine what you already have and to place a real value on it, how much value it adds to your life, given the effort it took to acquire that. I mean, think about it. Anything that you bought required someone to work to earn the money to buy. So basically, you're trading that $20 item for an hour's work if you make $20 an hour. So if you give me 20 bucks, you're going to want something for it, right? I say, hey, this is for 20 bucks. I'll say this for 20 bucks. The first thing you're going to do when you see that thing, that offer, is you're going to look at that thing and you're going to make an evaluation and say, is that worth 20 bucks? This is where the problem comes in with never enough. For some reason, in that situation I just mentioned, where you're over there, I'm going to hand you something and it's $20. You're looking at that $20 and you're looking at what you're getting and you're saying, I don't know. Why aren't you doing that throughout your life? Let's see. Takes me an hour to work to buy this. Let's see. Is this going to add that value back into my life? And if you don't hedge your bet and start thinking of it that way, you'll never, ever have enough. I guarantee that. No matter how old you get, you will still be running to the store, having conversations with people. Well, I've been thinking I'd like to get. I've been thinking we're going to get. Oh, yeah, we've been talking. I think we're going to get. Sound familiar? It should, because it's true. That's how this thing works. Now, there's an escape, and the escape path is really simple. The escape is this. The goal is to find contentment. The goal is to find Surround yourself with enough things that add energy to your life that no matter which one of those you choose, it's a positive and enlightening experience. It's a positive experience. I mean, here's an example. So my things are I play my guitar, I sing, I do a podcast, I play disc golf, I work out, I like to cook. I've got a new appliance I've been thinking about doing a video on, but I'm not going to share that with you yet. But yeah, there's all kinds of things that I've surrounded myself with that actually lift me up. The more time you spend in that state of mind, the more time you spend feeling like you're growing and learning and becoming better on any level, any plane, the less you need to add, the less energy you have or desire you have to add things to that. I look at things now from the standpoint of how much fun is it going to add to my life? People are like, well, that's crazy. No, it's the truth. That's how I look at things, because it's easy for you to acquire based on that simple feeling of happiness. And I talked about that in a podcast. Check it out. Listen to it. Happiness is a misguided direction to nowhere, right? I have kayaks. Why do I have kayaks? Makes my life better. Well, how do kayaks make your life better? Well, they make my life better because I love it when I can get on my kayak, go out on the water, and just and take in nature on nature's level. You know, it's just cool as hell. Do you need kayaks? Well, I don't know. Do you love what I just described? It's okay to surround yourself with things you actually use, things that actually take your life in the direction you want them to go. Where the problem comes is when you surround yourself with things that don't. If that big house makes your life better and energizes you to the point, no matter how much you have to work on it, no matter how much things cost, you're waking up every day excited and everything in your life is encompassed in that house, then buy it. Hell, do it, man. The problem I see is that not everyone is doing it that way. Because it's not based on who we are, it's based on who we want, what we want, right? So, this is kind of a short conversation because I keep thinking about it, and until we learn to control our want, until we learn to say, yeah, I want this, and you take that list of all the things you want, and then you eliminate things based on who you are and what would actually add value to your life, and then you get down to one thing. And when you make that purchase, when you put out that effort to acquire that thing or to learn that thing or whatever it is you're doing, you don't feel cheated. You're not like, well, that sucked. Kind of like watching a movie that's billed as billed as being really amazing. Then you go watch it and think, well, that kind of sucked. That ended bad. Right? You know, that's how it is, right? Often because we do not think through our choices, right? So I don't know. I think quell it. You're never going to have enough, I guarantee that, but you can turn that energy into something more. You can turn it into the opportunity to learn something, to create something, to accomplish something that doesn't involve the acquisition of more assets, more stuff that you bring into your life. That's going to inevitably get set up on a shelf. Because if it's not connected to who you are, while you might be thrilled about the abdominizer or whatever it is, that new gadget is you just had to have, eventually that's going to wear off and you're going to move on to something else, because it's only when the foundation of your choices come from within yourself that you're able to actually capture the true contentment of the life you live. So, hey, that's kind of a long way around about it. Hey, listen, all I can say is control the want and wake up every day excited about where you're going based on the choices that you're making. So keep that in mind, and as always, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.